Hello everyone, welcome back to the Enterprise Data, BI and AI Architecture series. In the previous episode, we compared Power BI, Tableau, Looker and QuickSight from an enterprise architecture point of view. We saw that BI tool selection should not start with personal preference, it should start with enterprise context. Where does the data live? What ecosystem is the organization using? What skills does the team have? What governance model is needed? And where should the business logic live? Now, in this episode, we will go deeper into one of the most important parts of enterprise BI architecture, the semantic model. Specifically, we will compare how semantic modeling works in Power BI, Tableau and Looker. Because reports are only the output, the semantic model is where business meaning is created. It is where we define measures, KPIs, relationships, hierarchies, security rules and reusable business logic.
If this layer is strong, BI becomes trusted and scalable. If this layer is weak, every report can become its own version of truth.
Before comparing tools, let us understand where the semantic model fits. In Module 1, we discussed the Enterprise Data Platform. That platform may contain clean tables, curated data, historical data, and governed datasets. But even after data is prepared, it may still be technical. For example, we may have fact tables, dimension tables, transaction tables, product master, customer master, invoice lines, order headers, and date tables. Business users do not want to think in this technical structure. They want simple business language. Revenue, gross margin, customer count, sales quantity, region, product category, month-to-date sales, year-to-date growth. The semantic model sits between the data platform and the report layer. It converts prepared technical data into reusable business meaning. So the data platform gives us the foundation, the semantic model gives us business understanding. The report gives us the user experience. A semantic model is the business meaning layer of BI. It defines how users should understand and consume data. It defines which tables are connected. It defines which fields are visible. It defines measures and KPIs. It defines hierarchies. It defines row-level security. It defines reusable calculations. It can also hide technical complexity from business users. For example, the data platform may have multiple sales-related tables, but the semantic model can expose simple fields like customer, product, sales date, revenue, quantity, margin, region, and year-to-date sales. This makes BI easier for users. But more importantly, it makes BI more consistent. Instead of every report writer creating revenue logic again and again, the semantic model can define revenue once and reuse it across many reports. That is why semantic models are so important in enterprise BI. Semantic models matter because they protect the organization from multiple versions of truth. Let us take a simple example, revenue. One report may calculate revenue from order value. Another report may calculate revenue from invoice value. Another report may exclude cancelled orders. Another report may include tax. Another report may use shipment date. Another report may use invoice date. Now when leadership asks for revenue, different reports show different numbers. This creates confusion. And the problem is not only technical, the problem is business definition and architecture. A semantic model helps solve this by defining the business logic in one trusted layer. What is revenue? Which source should be used? Which date should be used? Should returns be deducted? Should tax be included? Once this logic is defined and governed, multiple reports can reuse it. This is how semantic models create trust. Now let us be practical. Most enterprises do not start with a clean semantic model strategy. They usually already have business logic scattered everywhere. Some logic is inside Power BI semantic models. Some calculations are inside Tableau workbooks. Some metrics are inside Excel files. Some transformations are inside SQL scripts. Some definitions are inside old reports. Some logic is only known by one experienced analyst. This is common. So when we talk about semantic models, we are not only talking about building a new model from zero. We are also talking about discovering where the business logic already exists. Which logic is trusted? Which logic is duplicated? Which calculations are used by leadership? Which definitions are conflicting? Which report level measures should move into a governed semantic model? The architect's job is to move from scattered logic to reusable business meaning. That is the practical journey. Let us start with Power BI. In Power BI, the semantic model is one of the strongest architecture components. Earlier, many people used the term dataset. Now Microsoft commonly uses the term semantic model. A Power BI semantic model can contain tables, relationships, measures, calculated columns, hierarchies, row level security, refresh settings, and model metadata. From an enterprise architecture point of view, the biggest strength is reusable business logic. For example, we can create one certified sales semantic model. Inside that model, we define revenue, gross margin, order quantity, customer count, year-to-date sales, and all important business measures. Then many reports can connect to the same semantic model. This supports a thin report pattern. The report focuses on visuals and layout. The semantic model contains the logic. This is very powerful for enterprise KPI standardization. Power BI gives a lot of flexibility in semantic modeling. That is a strength. You can design proper star schema models, you can create DAX measures, you can apply row level security, you can certify models, you can reuse the same model across many reports. You can support Excel, reports, dashboards, and other consumption experiences from the same model. But there is also a watch point. Because Power BI is easy to start, many teams may create their own semantic models independently. Sales creates one model, finance creates another model, operations creates another version. Each model may define revenue differently. So even though Power BI has strong semantic modeling capability, governance is still required. Architects need to define which models are certified, which are self-service, who owns them, and how changes are managed. Power BI gives the capability, architecture gives the control. Now let us look at Tableau. Tableau has a different style compared to Power BI. Tableau is very strong in visual analytics and exploration. From a semantic modeling perspective, Tableau uses concepts like data sources, relationships, logical layer, physical layer, published data sources, calculated fields, and certified content. A governed published data source can act as a reusable layer. Instead of every workbook connecting separately to raw tables, the BI team can publish a trusted SAFe data source. Then multiple workbooks can use that same data source. This improves consistency and reuse. But Tableau's semantic governance usually depends heavily on how well the organization manages published data sources, project structure, certification, permissions, and workbook standards. If every workbook contains its own calculations, the logic can become scattered. So Tableau can support enterprise semantic reuse, but it needs a disciplined governance model. Tableau's biggest strength is visual exploration. Analysts can explore data naturally. They can drag, drop, test, compare, and create rich visual stories. This is why many analysts love Tableau. From a semantic perspective, published data sources and certified data sources can help create reusable and trusted data sets. But the watch point is workbook level logic. If every workbook creates its own calculated fields, then important metrics may become scattered. One workbook may define revenue one way, another workbook may define revenue differently. Another workbook may apply different filters. Over time, it becomes hard to know which logic is official. So with Tableau, architecture should focus on governed data sources, certification, project hierarchy, permissions, extract strategy, and calculation governance. Tableau is strong for visual analytics, but in enterprise BI, visual flexibility needs semantic discipline. Now let us look at Looker. Looker is different because it is designed around a semantic layer first approach. The semantic model is usually defined using LookML. LookML describes dimensions, measures, joins, calculations, and relationships in the underlying database. Instead of every dashboard carrying its own business logic, the logic is defined in the LookML model. Then users can explore data and build dashboards using that governed model. From an enterprise architecture point of view, this is a strong approach. The model is code driven. It can follow development workflows, it can support version control, it can be reviewed and governed like a software artifact. This makes Looker very useful for organizations that want centralized semantic governance and reusable metric definitions. But it also requires the right technical maturity. Looker's strength is governed semantic modeling. If an enterprise wants business definitions to be written once, reviewed properly, version controlled, and reused, Looker is very strong. This can reduce duplicate metric logic. It can improve trust. It can support a more controlled analytics operating model. But the watch point is skill set. LookML is powerful, but it requires technical maturity. You need people who understand SQL, data modeling, LookML, Git workflow, and governance. Business users may not directly modify the semantic layer in the same way they create a quick measure in Power BI or a calculated field in Tableau. So Looker works best when the organization values governed metrics and has the team maturity to manage the semantic model properly. It is not only a BI tool decision, it is also an operating model decision. If we compare all three, the goal is similar. All three help users analyze data with business meaning, but the design philosophy is different. Power BI is model first in many enterprise scenarios. You build semantic models with relationships and DX measures. Then many thin reports can reuse the same model. This works very well for enterprise KPI standardization. Tableau is visual first. It gives strong freedom for exploration and storytelling. Semantic reuse is possible through published data sources, data models, and certified content, but governance must be managed carefully. Looker is semantic first and code driven. Business logic is defined in LookML. This gives strong control and reuse but needs more technical modeling discipline. So the question is not which semantic model is universally best. The question is which semantic modeling approach fits your enterprise culture, skills, governance needs, and BI operating model. One of the most important architecture decisions is this: where should business logic live? Should it live in the data platform? Should it live in the semantic model? Or should it live inside every report? Here is a practical way to think. Stable data preparation logic should usually live closer to the data platform. For example, cleaning data, standardizing codes, joining master data, preparing history, and creating fact and dimension tables. Reusable business metrics should usually live in the semantic layer. For example, revenue, gross margin, active customers, year-to-date sales, retention rate, and KPI definitions. Visual specific logic can stay in the report. For example, display labels, formatting logic, local grouping, or one-time analysis. The problem starts when important enterprise metrics are hidden inside individual reports, because then they become hard to govern and hard to reuse.
So whether you use Power BI, Tableau or Looker, always ask, is this logic reusable? Is it business critical? Does it need governance? If yes, it probably belongs in the semantic layer.
So let us summarize. Power BI gives a strong semantic model experience with reusable measures, relationships, security, certification, and thin report patterns. Tableau gives powerful visual analytics with semantic reuse through data models, published data sources, and governed content. Looker gives a semantic first, code driven approach through LookML. Each tool has a different philosophy, but the architecture goal is the same: create trusted business meaning, avoid duplicate KPI logic, make reports reusable, apply security consistently, and help users make decisions with confidence. In enterprise BI, the semantic model is not a small technical layer, it is the trust layer. It is where data from the platform becomes business language. In the next episode, we will continue this thinking by discussing certified versus self-service semantic models. Because once we understand semantic models, the next question is,
which models should be certified and which models should remain flexible for self-service analysis?